What am I hitting, Dan?
The button.
What button?
The panic button.
When?
After the first segment.
After the first segment. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Welcome back, guys. On today's show, this week in What Are the Chances? And also, don't be a chicken. Do you want to be part of a class action lawsuit? And everything you need to know about Mom's Spaghetti. And what a man finds in his wall will scare the living shit out of you. All this and much, much more will be discussed here on Deacon Live. How are you? How are things? How are things going? Over my far right-hand side is IT Dan.
Hey, I'm in a lot of pain today. I'm surprised I even didn't call out sick.
Why are you in pain?
I got a splinter in my finger, and usually I'll go in, do a little digging, pry it out, and I put hydrogen peroxide, keep it clean.
You're not supposed to put hydrogen peroxide on it. They say that's the worst thing to put on it because it actually... Or is it rubbing alcohol? What's the one that dries the cells out that actually helps the...
Alcohol.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, hydrogen
Go ahead
peroxide,
and put that on there.
It bubbles up and lets you know that it's infected. There's still a problem with it.
Right.
And I watch these movies where they torture you and they have somebody in a chair and they're pulling fingernails and they're hitting them. And I think to myself, like everybody else, hey, I can handle that. I can handle a lot of pain. I'm a tough guy. And I'm sitting there digging into my little finger, into my index finger. And boy, did it hurt like a mother. And I just digging it out. I had the magnifying glass.
What are you using to dig? Because I always have like safety pins around because I get splinters all the time. So are you digging in with a safety pin?
Yeah, I was digging in with a safety pin.
Do you light the end of the safety pin to heat it up to make sure it's sterile, Dan?
Nah.
She just stick it right in mouse turds and then put the mouse turds.
And then I was taking my fingernail clippers and cutting all around it and said, I'll just remove the whole finger and it's got to go. And it was still, it's been hurting. And it's
the worst thing. A paper cut, a splinter in your hand. Yeah. I picked up a log now to expand on you being sore and in pain. My wife has been off this week. She's taken a vacation time off. She's got about 180 some odd hours that she's got to use by the end of the year. Excuse me. And so she said, you know what? I'm going to take this week off. I'm going to do stuff for myself. I'm going to relax and enjoy my horses. I'm going to enjoy the property. Well, when you say enjoy the property, Dan, you know what that means for me? We're doing projects. We have a chicken run. Now, Dan, you've been here at the house, and we've got that huge chicken house over there, and we got a smaller chicken house on the other side. And we have a fence gate, with the poles in the ground and stuff.
A gated community.
For chickens. So they're free range, but yet they still live in the same neighborhood. So we said, you know what, it's getting kind of shabby out there. Let's go ahead and pull it all up, redo everything, throw all the old fencing away. Let's put new poles on the ground. So we're lifting, we're pulling, we're dragging, that chicken wire stuff. It's like Velcro. It touches anything, it's stuck to it. And you're pulling and I stick my hands in ants because, the ground, it's ground and chicken and nature and all that. And I've got, damn it.
These are things that wouldn't happen in an office job.
No, not this office job. But I've got like an ant bite here on my knuckle. And I keep, how it gets that clear liquid inside. So
my uncle died from that.
Did he really?
No.
So, and you're squeezing the clear liquid out, and then you bend your thumb back and forth. And then I've got all these little, and I'm tired. I haven't worked this hard with my wife working than her not being at work. So that's where we're at. And we decided not to put a new fence up. We're just going to let them walk the property. Oh. And we trained them, though, which is weird. So,
well, I think they were trained by the fence pretty much. And then with gone, they kind of just instinct.
Well, we put out scratch for, I know this is riveting as far as, what do they call it? Poultry talk. But no, for those of you who don't know, we live on 22 some odd acres. We broadcast Deacon Live just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. We have horses, as you know, chickens and cattle and all ants and frogs and cats and dogs and all the stuff that comes with living on 20 some odd acres. Wow. I wish you would have came here sooner, Dan. I wouldn't have a frog in my throat. So I'm getting everything cleaned up and everything, and the chickens themselves, we train them. They know to go up at night into their house, and we lock the doors on it, and then in the morning we have to go out there and pull the lever to open up the doors, and all the chickens come walking out. But we've trained them to stay on the property, and the way we do that is every time they come out, we take a big one of those big feeder scooper things, and we throw it all on our side of the property, so they stay on our side of the property. If they go to the neighbor's side, they know that there's no food or anything over there. So that's how we train them. They walk around the whole property.
So you're like the chicken whisperer.
I would say maybe to a certain point, I guess. Now, I'm not a chicken whisperer, but I'm getting old in age, as you know that, Dan.
You are advancing. It's sad to see it.
Now, last week I talked about the trials and tribulations of me trying to go to or not going to my 30-year high school reunion.
And what did you decide?
So I did not go. And I said,
how was it? Did you have a good time?
Well, I was talking to my neighbor about it. He goes, so did you go? And he's an airline pilot. And I said, no, I didn't go. I said, listen to this. I am on my personal Facebook page. I'm getting close to, I think they only allow 5,000 friends before it'll cut off. You can't add anymore. So I'm floating around the 5,000 friends range. I have a graduating class, I think, of 697 people, students, pupils. And I'm like, all right, so I might have 500 friends that I graduated from high school in my fan page, and which is great. I love it. And I was seeing pictures of all the class reunion and everyone all dressed up and sitting at dinner and having dancing and stuff. And I said, well, let's see who I know and who went there and stuff.
How old? Did these people all look old to you?
Well,
you said, who are these old people?
Everyone, I could have sworn everyone was wearing fat suits. What's his name? Eddie Murphy in the Clumps. I think everyone was in fat suits. No, I'm kidding. Everyone looked good in the pictures. But I'm sitting there looking at the pictures, and I'm like going, okay, it's a big old convention hall area. If you go to a hotel, you can rent out a certain little area, and it's a good size area, like a convention hall type deal. And there's the DJ, and he's got the monitors up there, and I guess they were doing karaoke, and there's like maybe 4 balloons, and they take a group picture, and I'm like going, okay, hold on, let's see. This is the head count. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20.
Do you have to take your shoes
21,
off to count?
35. About 40 people showed up, Dan.
Out of 700.
Out of almost 700 students. Now, even if 10% showed up, which is, that's wishful thinking, that's still 70 people. There wasn't 70 people at the reunion. So I showed my wife the pictures because she's the one who wanted me to go. And I showed her the pictures, and I'm like going, see this? She's like, what's that? She actually said, whose birthday party is that? I go, it's not a birthday party, babe. That's my class reunion. She looked at it, and she's like, really? And she pulls the phone up to her face, and she kind of zooms in on everyone. She's like, oh, yeah, you wouldn't have had fun at this. I said, yeah, there's no way I would have spent almost $1,000 with the trip down there, the hotel stay, Ubering everywhere. The meals were already included. They couldn't figure out when to do the homecoming football game. They moved it to Thursday. It was supposed to be on Friday. And, what if you booked the tickets? And it was, I don't know.
Maybe all these other people are dead. There's a lot of people die.
All right, so go back to my 10% rule. So you have a class of 700, 10% of them have passed away. So that's 70 people that have passed away. So now we're at 630 people. Even 10% of 630 people.
Well, there could be more than that. At your age, there could be a lot more of them dead.
I don't know. I don't want to wish ill thoughts on anyone, but what do you mean my age? I'm listening to you.
Didn't you just say you were feeling really old and tired?
You're right, Dan. All right, guys. We got a big show to get into, so stick around. We'll be right back. You're listening to Deacon Live. We'll be right back. I'll fix that in post. That's what we always do.
Turn the button on.
Hold on, Dan. You're getting way ahead of yourself. We got all the fans and everyone watching this on. Now, we are going to do an actual full-length live show next week. We were going to do it this week, but someone over there, that guy right there, was a little late today, which is fine. But, yeah, make sure you follow us. And the way you do that is go over to Prophet Radio, click on our social contacts. And this live video, the whole entire video of this podcast will be up there shortly. So thanks, guys. We'll see you on the other side here in a little bit. Bye.